First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field. Here. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Willie Gay on the tackle.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 14 carries, 59 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10. But he has a chance to move up with a big-time game, so expect that offensive line. Every time they go to the bench, you tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. He's really starting to get up there towards 1,000. He's now at 997 career catches. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Off the play fake. Scott. Going right side here, and that's complete.
Scott's pass.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 44-yard line.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Cam Akers, the ball carrier.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
2 yards. It's second down.
A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? But if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete.
Scott's pass. He's across mid.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Gain of 6. And it's third down.
Operating from the gun. Scott looking underneath. He's got Akers. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit. Good-naturedly.
Now he tipped and intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Intercepted.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. And now he is just 2 catches away from 1,000 on his career. 998 currently. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Scott. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run here with Akers. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown Rams. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it winds up with a... The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded out to 5. But a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, it's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. And I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 86 yards.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll run on first down. Landry, and he's going to get this inside the 30. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
look to throw now on first down. Catch made here by Campbell. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Rams' 22-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for the Lion touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Scott throwing on first down. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Now we watch everything with great anticipation because he just had his 999th reception. And yes, math majors, the next one, a big one, 1,000. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Scott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Scott. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to have the football back again.
Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return, and the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over, and they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
43-yard line.
Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Palmer. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
First and 10.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam! Puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They run the counter. Landry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs?
That's a pretty good recipe for success. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
At the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Seven, our score after one.
Score tied 7-7.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Bilal Nichols breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Campbell making the catch. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead.
Rams 7.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
27-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Looking deep downfield. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Getting
getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. A nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run out of the gun with Swift. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. At the Rams' 9-yard
They run the counter. Landry, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 22-yard attempt.
He's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. So the fake field goal run in for the touchdown. That can be a huge momentum swing.
And that's got to drive a defensive coach and a special teams coach crazy. Someone else running it in on a fake field goal when you're supposed to be alert for it. Terrific play by the offense. Not so much by the defense.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
It is good.
That time a 6-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kick this one away, and off it goes. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
First play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Scott. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. He's done it. 1,000 career catches with that last reception.
I don't care what you've done in your life. How many things have you done 1,000 times of significance? How about this? With that catch, now closing in on the top 10 all-time in NFL history, a very significant achievement.
Scott on first down. He's going to float this one. It's caught inside the 25. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory.
A gain of 40 yards.
Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's Scott to throw on 2nd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't...
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around 30.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
Rams 10.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
The quarterback taken down and sacked.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. The throw over the middle taken in. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for the Rams touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Santos now to add the PAT. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
3rd down and 4.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
He's taken down.
The quarterback sacked.
I'm seeing that's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game and
it's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gray. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. So nothing separating these two teams as we head to the break, all square. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, and it's the Browns who have the lead late in the first half. Baker Mayfield with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville, and they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Preston Williams up over 100 yards receiving with 2 touchdown grabs. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. 2 touchdown passes there for Dak Prescott. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
4-yard line.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering.
He's got a man complete. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for Rams touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
So here come the Lions now. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too. Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Campbell. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. From the gun, here's Swift. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
38.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
35-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
This pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
To throw with Scott on 1st and 10.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Oh, he made a big deal about catch number 1,000, as we should. Now he's at 1,001, so he's building towards 2,000, Charles.
I like your optimism, and I love your math. Let's go ahead and get the next 1,000, and he started on it already.
Caught, Kelsey, left side. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's Akers.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Chain, 2nd and 12.
Back to throw. Scott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. He's got his man on the out route. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it.
They'll run for it with Akers.
And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
1st down.
Scott now throwing on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now Scott looking to throw on 2nd down. That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Akers.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Travis Kelce with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And the lead is up to 14. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
Tackle made.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
They'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Clock showing third.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
They'll go again here with Akers.
And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on 3rd down.
The throw complete to Cam Akers.
And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Bally Sports. Here's Johnny Hacker now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
It certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that #1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs?
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
50-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss.
The pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Rams' 46-yard line.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
The pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he's going to have the Lions first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Forced out to his left, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run, and the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. This game back within a touchdown.
Get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend.
And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Scott firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Scott, complete, the tight end, Kelsey.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Scott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Scott throwing again on 2nd and 10.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And that will be incomplete.
Forced to the ground and incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give them a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw now on first down. Fires one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Lions on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. So right, and that's complete. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
On second down now, Landry, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Here's Scott off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
A loss of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. To throw is Scott on 3rd down. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Going right back to Akers. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And it's 3rd down.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. So now the Lions down by 7. At time, a huge factor. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. A crusher there as it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.
31.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Rams, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Lions, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.